Pollination and fertilization. Do you understand pollination and fertilization in flowering plant? We must check out the world of flowers. Here comes Bumble and his gang of pollinators. Insects that help in pollination are called pollinators. Watch them move from blossom to blossom. Flowers depend on pollinators for pollination. Here's how it happens. A flower has many parts. This is the pistil. The topmost sticky part of the pistil is the stigma, and this lower portion is the ovary. The ovary appears swollen because it has an ovule. This is a stamen, and this is an anther. The powdery material on the anther is made up of pollen grains. Pollen plays a very useful role in a plant's life. To be useful, the pollen must reach the stigma of the same kind of flower. To achieve this, flowers attract pollinators with their colorful petals and scent. As the creature drinks nectar, a sweet liquid found in many flowers, grains of pollen from the anther rub off on its body. When it goes on to the next flower, some of that pollen rubs off on the flower's stigma. The transfer of pollen from anther to stigma of the flower is called pollination. Wind and insects also transfer pollen. Pollination takes place in two ways: by self-pollination and through cross-pollination. When pollen from an anther settles on the stigma of the same flower, the process is known as self-pollination. Self-pollination also occurs when pollen from one flower reaches the stigma of another flower on the same plant. Pollination can also occur between two or more flowers on separate plants. Pollen of one flower gets transferred to the stigma of another flower of a separate plant of the same species. This is known as cross-pollination. Pollen which settles on the stigma can germinate. When it germinates, a fine tube-like structure called the pollen tube grows from it. The pollen tube grows downwards, enters the ovary, and merges with the ovule. The merging of pollen and ovule in the ovary is called fertilization. When the ovule has been fertilized, the ovary grows and turns into a fruit, and the ovule becomes a seed. Summary: transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of a flower is called pollination. When the pollen settles on a stigma, a tube-like structure sprouts from the pollen. On reaching the ovary, the pollen tube merges with an ovule and fertilizes it. Once the ovule has been fertilized, the ovary begins to grow and forms a fruit. Only a fertilized ovule develops into a seed, which can give rise to a new plant.